do you see this playing out for James? It almost seems that there is this sense of, she's saying on the one hand, there's the weaponization of the justice system, but on the other hand, she says she believes in the justice system. How's she going to use this to her favor?
Well, she said it was going to be a second home, and on the other hand, she never spent a day in it, right? So, I mean, this is Tish James. They can go after the idea that this is a vindictive prosecution. In fact, it's their right to do. But for all of the evidence that the government will be able to present in that hearing ahead of the trial, to show that, no, there's actually evidence to bring these charges. It was not vindictive at all. It's a horrible move by Tish James, because what she was able to do today, what prosecutors are not able to do, is walk down those courthouse steps and give those sort of unfettered remarks that are very biased and one-sided, and she can continue to do that. But when we have that open public hearing on the motion to remove the case entirely, that evidence is going to be at the forefront of it for us all to see.
Christina, if you were to be her attorney, Tish James' attorney, that would have been very interesting, by the way. What advice would you give her? Because I almost feel like that she's out there publicly trying to make this victim case, which I think is falling flat. But what would you advise her to do?
Well, I am a criminal defendant as we speak, and I talk very publicly about my case as well, so I can't fault her for that. Go ahead and talk. She just needs to understand that whatever she says can and probably will be used against her if she sidesteps the facts of the case at all. So I agree with Jay. I think the facts are really solid in this case. They're going to rely on witness testimony, the fact that she was never in the home and she claimed it as a second home. I would advise her not to be discussing the fact that she never stayed in the home. But all of this, spouting off about, oh, this is weaponization of justice. I don't hear her crying for, my co-defendants and I, but she can do it. She's going to do it. They're political talking points, and I think we all just have to endure it for a time.
Endure it for too much of a long time. Jay, now that there are reports that the federal mortgage fraud investigation against California Senator Adam Schiff has stalled after federal prosecutors not producing enough evidence to bring charges. What can you tell us about that?
Well, I can tell you that the Deputy Attorney General of the United States, Todd Blanche, came out immediately after NBC's Ken Delanian put that report out, I think with a colleague, and said there was no such meeting, there's been no such briefing, no determination about Adam Schiff's case going forward or not going forward has been, and so, Todd Blanche refuted the entire story. The Deputy Attorney General of the United States wouldn't do that if, in fact, Todd is a man of high integrity, he's a man of high character, yeah. And he's a serious attorney. And so if those decisions were being made, he would have just been quiet about it. He was not.
Christina, does this happen often in federal investigations?
I'm sorry, what specifically?
Just specifically when it comes to the fact that they are saying there's not enough evidence against Adam Schiff. Yeah, in terms of basically saying, okay, look, they're not moving forward. Or do you see this as a kind of a political play happening here?
Yeah, no, of course it's a political play. I mean, they did the same thing when, they did the opposite when Donald Trump was being indicted and under investigation. They said, oh, well, a grand jury, found this. And we all know prosecutors never conflate, never abuse the grand jury process. And, they said the opposite talking point. So I think this is just the media shtick. And the defense team wants to give the media an opportunity to have some talking points out there and do what they do to try to defend her. Because at the end of the day, if she somehow maneuvers her way out of this, it will be because the media helped her, not because of the facts of the case.
Information. Truth is freedom. Is Newsmax. It's real news for real people.